In the beginning there would be God, and God would be the Word, and He created everything. Along those lines, it's Genesis. That's the sounds, yeah? So now when we came here, we had 8 more sounds in their language. So if a witch or a wizard casts a spell and opens up a gateway for a demon, they use a magic words that they keep in their cult. There's a few different variations of the sounds between the Irish Gaelic and the Scottish Gaelic. In Gael land, the Englishman's home is his castle, the Gael's man's home is his castle. So when we came here, we were sent here by Moses. And here's the old Hebrew alphabet. Hold on, let me get it there. It looks, that's not the real old one, there's another older one in there. And you can see it looks much more similar to Ogham, which is the Irish alphabet. The Irish had contact with Moses. Let me see if we can find it here, because it's on the rune stones there. You type in, look, where is it? I typed in Ogham alphabet, and what's all this English shit? I want to see Ogham, not fucking some. There it is. I want to see English, so I'll write down English alphabet. There it is. That's the original form of writing. So, Moses, look at here. This is called the Book of Invasions. My people. I had to speak to Moses, their leader, when he was built. There it is. Look, there's Moses and the Milesians meeting. And they were sent to Ireland, right? So you've seen that other map. Now here's the map of Galatia. Yeah, in Gael land. There you see. So that's Gael land going all the way up there. So there's a link between Moses, look, Galatia, the Gael tribe here, the Milesians, and it's spelled milestone, and you have milestones as well, the Milesians, the milestones, the millstones. Let me find it here. Look, there's the map there, look. It's in the same place. So it has 2 different names, so there you go, the history's been changed already. Look, you can see the map. So they are in Galatia, there's Galatia there, look. So the Gaels, where do the Gaels live? The Gaels, they live in England. Where is an Englishman's home is his castle? Well, where was the first king, one of the first kings of England? The rock of Cashel, Camelot. So when St. Patrick and all came to Ireland, they came to change everything. My ancestor Callaghan met him on the hill of Tara, and he says, "Why have you come here to change the old ways?" Yeah? And that was hundreds of years ago when we were England. We were all one nation, yeah? one tribe. And here, look, Moses spoke to God in the tent.
Oh no! I totally agree. I was exactly the same. That's exactly when I saw these tables, and I went.
So when Moses spoke to God in the tent, he spoke a different language. The language of a free people, the language of the Galatians, yeah? The language of the Gaels, the English, in Gaelish. And where was it? The rock of Cashel, Camelot. The king was Callaghan, Athelstan, all with that, and he was Arthur. So now we have 8 sounds missing from our vocabulary that we know about. Those 8 sounds are recorded. So when we were coming up here, we spoke a language that opened up the way on God's mission. So when we talked, the word of God and the mission of God went out of our mouths, like God created the world. He created in our hearts the will to do His will and do the mission and go to Ireland. So when we spoke, God was speaking out, God's mission was in front of us. But now that we're here on the islands, we're trapped. When the Catholic Church came, they changed the language. Now there's a lot of things they changed. They changed the sun they worship. They valued the sun, the goddess, and the plough, and the hazel. We don't value them things. We're Christians. We're God's people. We have to return to the Holy Land as the remnant of fire. And we have to take people, and this is the people that live there. When we got there, look at them, hideous, ugly creatures. The thing about those creatures is they're in hibernation. A lot of them underneath Ireland. That's why it's called. Romans called it Hibernia. The hibernate, the land of hibernation. Now here's the Ogham alphabet. Or there's the Hebrew alphabet in different forms. Ancient scripts. There's one. There's another one. Now, how does English represent any form of conversation or conversion with God? In the beginning there was the word would be God. That's a sound, the word, everything's a sound, everything's energy. So we want to go back to the Holy Land. We have to learn to speak the language that we came here with, and it's written in the annals in Ireland, in the Brehon law, the B law, the land of those who hold justice literally in the heart, the Nafida. The Callaghan was called Callaghan the just, Ethelstan the just. Those who hold justice in the heart, the law of the Nafida, the English law, the Gael's law, the French law, all of the Gaelic lands. These are Gael's law. We are the tribes of the Hebrews who were sent by Moses up this way as a light to the Gentiles. I will send you as a light to the Gentiles. So what was Callaghan called? Callaghan's called light-headed leader. Arthur Athelstan, light-headed leader. The light to the Gentiles, we taught them Christianity. This is all links back to the Holy Land. That's A to B. That's the light-headed leader in the Bible, the Holy Land, and then you have the light-headed leader on the rock of Cashel. You will not build your house upon sand, you will build it on the rock and the high tower, all of these things. This is what we're looking at. There's Ogham there, look. Now they have three different meanings, they have a different meaning, all of these open up. When you speak these words and you write these words down, it means a letter, but it also means a tree and some other stuff. So it's not just the A that means A, or the B or that means B or C. It means stuff, it has meaning more than just the sound. So the A sounds have to be returned. So like a wizard is casting a spell and they're calling in a demon to do some ugly, they have an ancient spell that they tell one another in the cult, and they utter them words, and that uttering them words opens up the way to the demon. We want to utter the words that opens up the way back to the Holy Land, back to God, back to the Creator, remnant, return. So when I first tried to do this, I tried to do something called the Warrior Games in 2012, the Indigenous Olympic Games. That was the but it didn't work out at the time. So, but what we have now is the Breton Law Society, and they're looking into all of this. But obviously you're going to have the agents of the Vatican and other people who don't want to let us go, and they're going to be in there and they're going to be messing around with stuff. So this sort of stuff has to be done by children, I think. Intelligent children who are not part of anybody's thing. They're just in there and they're all on they're fair, and everything is fair. It will be led by a child. That's what he says in the Bible, and they will be led by a child. Children are fair no matter what. So here's Galatia, look. There you go, Galatia. And then you have Galatians there, all the way down here, the Holy Land and all Cyprus, and then you have Galatians up as far as France, Ireland, the Gauls, the Gauls, the Gaelics. So the Romans have been lying to us. Well, I have to cut this off now or I won't be able to do it.